Welcome back to Tabletop Assault. I'm Ross.
I'm David.
And today we're going to bring you another Warhammer Underworlds game. I'm going to be using some of our new team. It's going to be the Ironskull's Boyz.
And I'll be using the Blood Reavers, who are going to enter the vault today and face their foe.
So yeah, going to be very exciting. Well, just about every army is pretty much combat, but I think these two are quite aggressive.
So with that, let's not, do anything else and rush straight into it. Let's show you the teams we're sending into the vault today. Entering the Nightvault today, we have my team, the Blood Reavers, and
we have the Ironskull's Boyz. So
yeah, we're really excited to get these two new teams painted up on the table. We're no longer using the starter sets from Underworlds anymore.
No, we've got them and we've got more coming.
So in my team, starting from left to right, we have Arnulf, then we have Targor, Sayek, and that's Sayek Bloodied Sayek, and then we have Karsus the Chained, and my leader is Garrek Gorebeard.
So for Ironskull's Boyz, go from right to left. We have Basha, we have Bone Cutter, Haka, and then led by Gurzag Ironskull.
So with that, let's enter the vault.
So we're going to begin by setting up the battlefield for this game. We're going to roll off here, where essentially whoever loses this roll off then chooses their board half, which is essentially their starting territory, and then the second player who wins gets to choose their board half, and then they also connect them. How you define who wins is basically you want to roll as many crits as possible on 4 dice. If we roll the same amount of crits, it goes to half circles, and if you actually roll the same again, it goes to full circles. If by some miracle we draw completely or don't get any of them at all, we do it again.
Okay, Ross, you want to go first?
Absolutely, so looking for crits.
You get 1 crit.
Got 1 crit, 1 half, and 1 full.
Yeah, you want to move to the side for me?
Yep.
So what do I get?
You get
none.
Nothing.
So I'll get to choose my first game board, then Ross will choose his game board and place them down, and then we'll catch up with you in a second. So Ross has finished up. I chose this game board, Ross chose that game board, and Ross placed them as you see. I was the loser there, so I get to start placing down the first objective. As we're playing a 2-player game, we only use 1 to 5 objectives. Standard rules, guys: can't use any incomplete hexes to place one down, or a starting location or impassable location, which is, for example, white ones or red ones if there are any. And we also can't use any of these hexes here that are essentially too close to the edge. So I'll put down the first one, and I'm actually going to go with it right there. We also can't have an X within 2 hexes of each other as well.
Yeah, so I'll put another one down on this side.
Cool. Next hex I will put over here. That's 2 away.
Okay, I'll put 1 here.
And the last one, let's put that way up here actually. So there we go. Now it's time to reveal. Time to reveal the objectives.
Okay, so we have number 1 here, number 4, number 5, number 3, and number 2.
Nice. So this is my deck. I've got my 5 power cards and my 3 objective cards.
I did say it was coming back in. Just to ruin it all.
So this is my deck. I've got my 5 power cards, my 3 objective cards. So my power cards, I've got Frenzy, Insensate, Skulls for the Skull Throne, Corn Calls, and Great Strength. Objective cards, I've got Annihilation, Hold Objective 2, and Conquest. So Objective 2 over there. Annihilation, we know, and Conquest is a ton of fun. I won't go through what all these cards do because you'll probably know them by now, or alternatively, you'll get to see them in action very shortly.
So now that David is out of the room, let's have a look at my cards. So I've got Bloodied, which I kind of wanted because orcs get inspired when they are injured. So yeah, I want to try and get my guys injured and score some glory. Geared for War is basically I need to get gear on my guys. Harder to get in the first turn because I need glory to actually gear up. But I've actually got plenty of gear here, which is okay. I kind of probably wanted more ploys and things first. But I've got loads of gear if I manage to score some stuff. And score this in the end phase if you played 3 or more ploys. So a bit tricky, those actually don't work here. I probably wanted that later in the game and that one at the beginning, and then these to be more ploys. So that's tricky, but I'll take it for now. That might be a bad decision, but basically I just need to get stuck in, cause of glory, that'd be handy. Maybe bring down a few warriors and score more glory as well. So I'm quite happy with it. I love this one. Objective marker 2 and you score 2 glory. Problem is, it's over here in David's deployment zone, so I need to get over there, which is a bit tricky, but you know, we can get there.
So guys, we've shown you our decks, or our hands, sorry, it's time to place down our fighters. So simple roll off again, you know that by now.
Yep.
Ross, go for it.
I'll go first. None.
That'd have been a great attack.
Yeah, attacking, that would be great, that'd be fantastic.
Okay, I get a crit, so I will start to place down first and we'll catch up in just a second. Finished up our placing them fighters, so Ross will talk you through his fighter placements first.
So I've got big Garrek and Ironskull in the middle.
Okay.
I then have Haka over down here. I then have Basha over here, and Bone Cutter up in the back there.
Okay, so in the far top up here we have Karsus the Chained. Next to Karsus we have Arnulf. Then down here in the back we have Targor. And then just over here we have Bloodied Sake. And then down in the bottom we have Garrek Gorebeard, my leader. Okay, so that's our fighters place. We know where the objectives are on the board. It's time for us to roll to see who goes first. Now, Ross finished placing his models down first, so he automatically gets a crit.
Yes.
And it's the most crits basically gets you to go first turn.
Yeah, crits, half moon, etc. So I've got 1 crit already. Can I add to it? I cannot. I've got 1 half support, but I've got 1 crit technically.
Okay, so what do I get? I will get... That's a really good roll. So actually, the Khorne Warband is going to go first. Right, Khorne Warbands get turn 1. I'm just going to go ham and charge. That's it. Okay guys, so my first activation, I'm just going to move Targor onto 2. So onto the power step, I'm going to immediately place a power card down. I'm going to place down Insensate. Essentially the next attack action I receive damage on, it's reduced to 1.
Okay.
Ross, you going to play any power cards?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to play another power card down. I'm going to play Khorne Calls. Roll an extra attack dice for your first attack action in the next activation.
So for my activation, because David played Insensate, that means I can only really cause 1 damage, which is really, really bad. So I'm going to play a wee bit defensively on this one, which might be a risk. I'm just going to draw for my first one, I'm just going to draw 1 extra power card. So I'll have a look at that in a second. So this is the power card I drew. Last lunge, basically if one of my guys get taken out of action, there's a chance he can attack back. Really, really good. Yeah, good defensive one. We'll see if it works. So Insensate is gone, and no power cards to be played today. My next activation will be Blooded Siak, who's going to make a charge. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to take a swing at Haka, I believe that is. Mm-hmm. Now, I will roll an extra dice for the first attack action for Khorne Calls. So I'll get 3 dice for this, and I'm swinging the Great Axe. I'm looking for hammers or crits. Well, we get a crit, that's cocked. Well, 2 crit, I can't stop you, I only get 1 dice. And as a defense, but unfortunately I don't beat 2 crits. So how much damage you cause? That would be 3. Oof. So Khorne Calls is in the discard pile, no power step from me or Ross, and I did push back Haka onto objective 1. Ross might need objective 1, which will be bad for me, but you guys all remind me, David, you forget to push. Well, there you go. Yep, also because I took damage, Haka is now inspired. So I'm going to activate Big Boss Garrek and Ironskull, who's going to make a charge. He doesn't like his boys getting hurt, so he's going to do the hurting back, and this is on to Blooded Siak. Blooded Siak, so put a charge token on him. Indeed. And so I will get 2 dice, needing hammers or crits. With 1 hammer, no support because there's no one nearby. Okay, so I'll get to dodge it with that wee sort of swivel symbol. Here we go. I did. Oh, that is not good for me. So as we did draw, I did get 1 point of success. I will drag you back to here. I'm not going to play any power cards.
And neither am I. On to my third activation, and I'm going to charge Karsus the Chained. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to there. So put a charge token on him. And we're going to swing at him with his lovely weapon. Karsus the Chained is going to use his Brutal Chop into Haka, who's got 1 wound remaining.
He does indeed, only 1 wound.
So I'll get 3 dice here looking for swords and crits. Well, we get 2 crits and a sword.
So I can be, yeah.
You will get a support, but either way though.
Either way I can't, so that will be Haka inspired, and he's inspired, but he's also dead.
Yep, he is dead. Yeah, sweet. So into the power step, I am going to play my first one, which I'm going to purchase Frenzy. And I'm going to put that on Garrek Gorebreed. Essentially, I roll an extra attack dice when this fighter makes a charge action. Ross, any power step for you?
Nope.
Okay, and then my next one will be my reaction, which is Skulls for the Skull Throne. Because I have taken a fighter out of action, I will draw up to 2 power cards. So let me get that done. So my 2 new power cards, we've got Healing Potion, very, very nice. And Desecrate. I won't describe too much, but we can start doing some stuff to the battlefield.
So David is running away here with damage, so I'm going to charge with Bone Cutter. 1, 2, 3 will bring me next to, is it Karsus?
Karsus the Chained.
So yeah, we're going to do an attack action, try and bring him down. I will get 2 dice in this. I'm needing hammers, crits, or I can get a single support because I've got a guy there as well, so the half ones. So we'll see what we get. That'll be a hammer and a full support, so it's only 1 success there.
So I need to get my little dodge symbol. Nope, didn't get it. So how much damage do you cause?
Just 2.
2 damage, so he's down to 1 wound. My last activation, I'm going to charge Garrek Gorebreed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put him around here so he's surrounded by his buddies. And we're going to start slashing at your war boss. What's he called again?
Garrek Ironskull.
Cool. Now I do have the Frenzy upgrade on him, so I roll an extra dice when I attack, when I charge. So I'll get 3 dice looking for hammers or crits. We get 1 crit and 1 hammer. I get half supports but not full supports.
So I can be you needed hammers, didn't you?
Yeah, hammers or crits.
So I can be you. Nope, and the swerve certainly doesn't serve me, so...
He takes 2 damage. So I've chosen to knock him back. And what I'm also going to do is play a power card. I'm going to use Healing Potion. So if I roll a shield or a crit, I can remove up to 2 wounds from a friendly fighter, which will obviously be my wounded Karsus the Chained. We get it, so Karsus removes his wounds. Ross, would you like to play anything in the power step?
No. So it's looking a bit dire for the orcs here. I'm going to make a charge, though it's not a very heavy damager, with Basha onto Karsus the Chained. Now I would have killed him if this had gone through, but unfortunately that Healing Potion keeps him alive. So I'm going to get 2 dice on this one. On a critical hit I get to knock you back 1. 2 dice looking for swords.
You will get a half support as well.
I will indeed. 1 crit and 1 half support, so only a crit.
Can stop you.
So crit will stop me.
Nope, we failed. So how much damage do you cause?
Just 1. So finished up there, caused 1 wound, but I'm going to play a plotty. I'm going to go with having a good time. Choose a fighter and roll an attack dice. If I roll a hammer or a crit, I can attack. So I'm going to choose Bone Cutter here. And on a hammer or a crit, I really need this. I do not.
So it's now time to see if we score any glory. So I've already scored 1 for killing one of the orcs. I will score another 1 for holding objective 2, which I'm holding at the moment with Targor. Ross, do you claim any glory this turn?
Nope.
So let's resolve our hands. So I discarded Desecrate from my power hand, leave power cards, leaving me only with great strength. So I've now drawn Sidestep, Confusion, Blood Offering, and Wicked Blade. These are more or less, they're not as offensive, they're just more tricky. We already had Annihilation and Conquest, we've just drawn Khorne Cares Not. Basically, models need to die.
So it's looking disastrous for the orcs. Maybe I should have actually done a do-over with my power cards last time. Mainly because I had sort of, Cosmo reacts, and that way I would have maybe scored some glory. But I had loads of upgrades, so I'm actually discard quite a bit of the upgrades. Get rid of the Shadowed Key, basic subjective 2 is so far away, I don't think I'm going to get over there. And Cursed Artifact, which causes me damage, which kinda would have loved to inspire one of my guys, but I need I need to get glory, so I need to get some like reactions or something first. So I'm also going to get rid of Geared for War, because I need 3 of my guys, and I think I'm not going to have 3 guys soon. And then Bloodied, because again I need to have at least 3 as well. So let's draw new ones, let's see what we've got. Anticipation. After the final activation in your action phase, name an objective card. If your opponent scores that objective in the end phase, score a glory. So that could be really good, you know, watch where David moves his guys. Daylight Robbery, roll an attack dice. If you roll a hammer, take one of your opponent's unspent glory points. I'll keep an eye on that one because I might do that immediately. Too Dumb to Die, score this immediately if a friendly fighter suffers 3 or more damage in a single attack and is not taken out of action. That might have been better earlier on, I think that would have helped. And then Biggest and the Best, score this in the end phase if your leader took an enemy fighter out of action in the preceding action phase. Well, he's gotta do it, you know, there's plenty of chances for it. I'm liking the cards.
So, into the next battle round. So let's see who goes first.
Okay, I'll go first. Crits. 1 crit, that's all I got.
That's all you need sometimes though, Ross.
Yep, indeed.
But it wasn't enough!
It wasn't enough.
We get 2 crits and that's just what Khorne wanted.
So it is looking disastrous for the orcs so far. There's a couple of things I can do. Would have been nice for first because I would have had a real chance to do it. But let's have a look as we go into sort of the blooded hands of Khorne as we get some real damage going.
So we're going to do my first activation by charging Bloodied Siak. 1 down to here. So Ross gets no support. We're going to charge on in, Ross.
Okay.
I need 2 white dice, please.
Yeah, 2 white dice, there you go.
Okay, so I'm going to be swinging the Great Axe. I'm looking for hammers or crits here. This is big. We get neither.
Alright, so you can't really do anything, so I'll just go for a shield then.
No.
Which, no.
But that's bad start for Khorne. So that went terribly wrong. So my first power step is going to be sidestep, and I'm actually going to push my guy a hex. Moving back to there. Okay, Ross, your next one.
Okay, do you have any unspent glory?
I do. Would you like to destroy it?
I'd like to take it, possibly. Roll an attack dice. If you get a hammer or a crit, take one of your opponent's
Daylight
glory.
Robbery.
I'm going to say it's cocked.
You got it.
So I'll take that glory, thanks.
No more powers from me. Any powers from you?
Possibly. Let me have a think. So I'm not going to actually place any more power cards. So it's going to be my first activation, and David's forced me to have to get a charge. I think we will go with Gurbaz Inspired. Now I was debating to go here, but there's so much defense here, so maybe not. 1, 2. We need to kill this guy because he is super dangerous. So
okay.
I'm going to get 2 attacks. I get to reroll 1 of these dice when I make an attack, looking for hammers.
Because you're inspired.
2 hammers, so I'm definitely not going to reroll either of them.
Okay, defense time. We got ourselves nothing, so he will be toast. What's his damage? 3
damage.
He only has 3 wounds, so he is gone. He's out of action. And you'll claim yourself a piece of glory. So I'm going to make a charge action. Now we are actually going to charge one of our probably underlings for the moment. Targor. So Targor is going to charge 1, 2, 3, 4 to here, and he's going to take a swipe at your leader. I can't kill him. I just want to do some damage. So we're looking for swords or crits. We get neither.
Okay. So you're going to play any power cards?
None for me, mate.
No. So I'm going to play 1. I'm going to spend one of my glory tokens to give one of my guys the fighter's attack action with a range of 1 or 2 is +1 damage in the turn they make a charge. I'm going to give it to Bone Cutter. So I'm going to activate Bone Cutter next, and he's just going to do a regular attack action. On to Crassus the Chained.
Karsus
the Chained, my bad. He's not going to live long enough for him to have that name. So, It's going to be 2 dice, need hammers, but I will get half supports for having Basha nearby as well. So I've got 1 support and 1 hammer, half support, which does work, so 2 successes.
We dodge 1, but your damage is what?
Damage 2.
Damage 2?
Yep, for bone
so
cutter.
He is gone. So no power steps there at all. We're just going to go straight into my 3rd activation. We should also mention at this point, 3 fighters have died during this battle, which means the remaining team have all become inspired. 3 fighters have to die and I become inspired. So we've now got Arnulf, Targor and Garrek. And we're speaking about Garrek. Charge token Ross. He is going to charge.
This is a dangerous time. Go for it, David.
Garrek is going to charge down here and he's going to swing at your leader. Now I do get Frenzy, remember, so I'll get an additional attack dice. I'll swing 3 dice and I do get half supports for having Targor nearby. So we're looking for hammers and crits and half supports.
Yep.
We get 1 crit and a hammer and a half support.
So even if I get a crit here, it just ignores. Nope.
Not even.
So that will be Gorbaz inspired. Killed.
Yeah, 3 damage. He's out the game.
Now I will activate something immediately. Last lunge. Play this during attack action. Attack action or ploy that takes a friendly fighter out of action before removing them from the battlefield. Roll an attack dice on a hammer or a crit. I get to make an attack action back.
Okay, so hammer or crit.
Need it! That's
nope.
Not, was it fast?
That's the wrong dice, Ross, so roll again. Roll again. You get the hammer.
So let's get some attacks. So Gorbaz is going for 1 last chop. It's going to be 2 attacks, getting hammers, but I get to reroll 1 of them when making an attack action. Looking for hammers or crits. Got a crit and a support, I'm going to reroll that one. For a hammer, so we've got 2 success, 1's a crit.
No, nothing for me, not even a support. So how much damage cost? 3?
3 damage.
I'm down to 1 wound, but he's out the game. So I'm going to play some power cards here. I'm actually going to play Confusion and Wicked Blade. So we're going to spend on Wicked Blade to give Arnulf, who's at the top there, a pretty strong weapon. It gives him 3 attacks, 2 damage apiece. And we're going to use Confusion to swap around 2 adjacent fighters. So there we go.
So this is it, time to go big on this one. So I'm going to move Bone Cutter, who did make an attack action. I'm going to make a charge this time. 1, 2 to here. So I'll just put down a charge 1 to attack. What's his name?
He is Targor Inspired.
Targor Inspired. So I did make a charge action, so I'm going to get +1 damage on this one. I get 2 dice, looking for hammers or crits. Oh, it's neither. So that is disastrous start.
I do defend it, but I think I needed a crit to knock you back, is that right? Sorry guys, I can't drive you back anyway, don't know why I was saying that. But no power steps I think from either of us.
Neither of us, nope.
So it'll go into my last activation. And we're going to charge my Arnulf Inspired. 1, 2, 3, 4, down to here. So Arnulf with the Wicked Blade, so he gets 3 dice with this. Any crits, I get the Cleave ability, which ignores the Orc's defense shield roll. And if I also roll a crit as well on the attack dice, I get 1 additional damage, making it damage 3. What do we get? And I also get half supports here as well, guys. We didn't get a crit, but we did get at least a half support, so it's not looking good.
So I need a crit or a shield, and I'll be okay.
You got a crit, so nothing happens.
My last activation, I'm gonna go big here. Basha is gonna make a charge move. Oh, don't take the objective with you, Basha. 1, 2, 3, going for your leader. You will get support, but I just need to get through and kill you.
Charge token on him.
Indeed.
Okay, here we go.
So to attack, gonna need hammers or crits. Would be really nice. So we got 2 hammers, 2 success.
I don't get anything, so I believe he's dead. How much damage you do?
Just 1.
Just 1. I only have 1 wound left, so he is dead. Right, end of round 2. That was brutal from both sides there. I lost way more than Ross, but I took out the all-important powerful leader. Now I will actually get Conquest because I have all my surviving fighters in Ross's board, and I will also get Corn Cares Not because 5 fighters have now died this game. So I will get 4 additional glory, bringing me to 6 to Ross's 3.
I've actually got 4 because I scored 1 for killing your leader.
Yep, and you did steal 1.
Yep.
But that's it for me. Anything for you to claim, Ross?
No, nothing for me. I think it's just now drawing cards.
Okay, so this is my new hand, and it's looking precarious, but we always had great strength. We just took Blood Rain, which is very handy. Great Speed, Deadly Spin, which is an upgrade for Targor, and Final Blow, which is reaction. We always had Annihilation, we've now got there is Slaughter. You can pretty much see there, need to hold stuff. And hold that one there, which is right here. Obviously, we're trying not to reveal our hands, guys, in case you're wondering why we're talking like this. That's what we got. Let's pass it on.
So that's how my hand looks at the moment. I'm gonna burn it all because that one's not possible to take anymore. I don't think David's going for points. I don't have poison in my hand so much, so I really don't want that. That's really difficult. You basically think David's going to go for kill, and my leader's dead. So get rid of them all, redraw. Let's see what we get. So I've redrawn my entire hand. Bit tricky because I think none of the glory ones I can actually achieve. Good scrap. Score list at the end of the phase if 3 or more fighters were taken out of action in the preceding action phase. Actually, that is quite possible. I really want to have lots of people die. So yeah, possible. Actually, divide and conquer. Score this if each player has at least 1 fighter in their own territory and at least 1 fighter in the enemy. So unless David moves back, that's not going to happen. And brawl, score this end phase if all friendly fighters, at least 3, are adjacent to an enemy fighter. Would have been excellent if I had 1 more guy, but it's just not going to happen. So this is possible, but I need everyone to die. As for what my plot's got, Brutal Frenzy is possible. That one isn't because he's dead. It would have been nice earlier because he might have survived. Cunning but Brutal is all but good. The fighter can make an attack action, so possible. Demonic Weapon, that is very good. That's going to upgrade Basha significantly. And Brutal but Cunning is also quite good as well. So my plots are good, my objectives not so much, but there's one that's possible. Let's see how it goes.
Right, so you've just seen our new hands. Well, it's the final round. Let's see who goes first. Ross, do the honours, buddy.
Yeah, it's quite funny. We discussed this about what we wanted, and it appears we both want the other person to go first. We'd accept otherwise, but we kind of want to tool up.
Yeah, we want to tool up for this. It's 4 dice you roll, Ross.
Oh, 4 dice, my bad. So, crits and sports. So,
oh, no.
I really only got half sports, so then I'm going to get first turn.
I get first turn. I don't know how I feel about this. We're going to activate, and we're going to start by Arnulf, the Inspired. So Arnulf, who's right here, is going to put attack straight into
Bone Cutter.
Bone Cutter. So with the Wicked Blade, I'll get 3 dice. I'm looking for crits and swords. If I roll any crits, it ignores your shield, and I will get 3 damage rather than 2.
Okay.
We got no crits. However, I do get a support.
Okay, so I need a crit or a shield.
You got it. Oh!
So how much damage is that?
Only takes 2. Only takes 2, but it's a start of something big.
And it will inspire him.
Yep, it will indeed. So first power card I'm going to play, I'm going to do Deadly Spin on Targor to give him his weapon. It's basically, he just gets to attack everyone that's adjacent rather than just the person he targets. So that's getting spent for 1 gold. Ross, your next one?
Okay, I am going to give a Demonic Weapon to Basha, which basically gives him a very deadly weapon. So that goes on to Basha. That's cost me 1 glory.
My next one is I'm going to give Great Strength. Now that will give him +1 damage, and it'll also give him range 1 and 2. Interestingly enough, at the moment, it could give Targor damage 3 or damage 2 with his Deadly Spin, or it could give the Wicked Blade crazy amounts of stuff. I'm going to give it to the Wicked Blade. Okay. So that's Wicked Blade on Arnulf.
Okay, next I'm going to give Basha. Roll an extra. It's going to be Brutal Frenzy. Roll an extra dice when this fighter makes a charge move. So that's another glory. Making Basha quite a killing machine, hopefully.
And my last one is Great Speed. And Great Speed, I'm going to give that to Arnulf as well. So Arnulf has Great Speed, Wicked Blade, and Great Strength. Ross, any more power cards?
Not for me. Gonna activate Basha next, so I was a bit debatable here. If I charge, I could then get an extra dice, but then it means he can no longer make attacks later on, so it's a bit dangerous. I think I'm gonna play safe, which I might regret later on, and basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the demonic weapon I equipped him with. So he suffers a wound on Basha, but it will instantly inspire him because he suffered damage, which is actually no real use here. It might be helpful later on. So with the demonic blade I get 2 dice, and I'm needing hammers to do anything. Now when he is inspired on critical hits, I get knockback 1 as well. So I have needed a hammer, I get 1 success.
Okay, so I get my defense dice. So I just need I need a swivel or a crit here.
Oh, 1 in 3 chance.
He does it!
Oh my goodness!
He does it! That might have just given me the game. Second activation is going to be Arnulf inspired with all his tools. So he's up there. He's going to attack. What's his name?
Bone Cutter. And he is inspired as well, but not much use for me.
So I've got Great Strength, which will give me damage 3 now with the Wicked Blade. But any crits will ignore your shield and make it damage 4. Okay. I'm looking for swords and crits.
You really need crits.
Oh. I do have a half support though.
Yeah. So only a crit can save me here.
Yep. No, not even close.
So that will be how much damage? 2 damage?
3 damage, Ross.
3 damage. That will kill Bone Cutter. So I'm going to activate next. Only 1 model to do so. I'm not going to charge because if I do survive and get an activation, then it's okay, but no, I will just do a regular attack. Going to do it with my demon weapon, so I suffer another wound. 2 attacks.
Smacking it at Targulf.
Needing hammers. No support this time. Got 1 crit.
Okay, so I will. Only way I can survive this, because I believe it's what, 3 damage or something?
3 damage. If you roll a crit here, I will be furious.
I need a crit to survive. Nope, not at all. Going on to my next activation. I'm going to run Arnulf. Now he's got movement 5 because he's inspired and +1 for great speed, so he moves 6. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, so it's 1, 2, 3. I'm actually going to go 5. Yeah, we'll go 5 for now. No, we're going to go 5 for now. In fact, I can go there. I'm going to go, that's my full 6. And that's my activation. Any power card, Ross?
Nope. So with Dave running away, my plans are foiled. Utterly. Utterly. I'm going to have to discard an objective and draw a new one. I'm going to let you see this one, David, because I don't think it's really going to matter.
That's kind of it.
Call of the Wasp, cross immediately if 3 or more of your fighters made a charge. Nope, because 3 are dead, so that's not going to happen.
So that's your last activation there? Or your second last?
Second last.
Cool. We're doing no, we've got no power cards to play there. I'm going to use my last activation and I'm just going to move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4 behind cover. Essentially stopping Nor getting near me. So
for my last activation, I could draw a new card, you know, discard, and maybe I might get something. But I think in this one, David, you've ran away and I just wanted to bash you in and hopefully get more points.
Too much of a risk for me.
If you knew what I had, it certainly would have been, so in this one I will pass.
So that's an end to round 3. I will get there is only slaughter because no one is on an objective, so that's 1 more glory for me. Your Ross?
Nope, no glory for me unfortunately. I would have if there'd been a bit more blood and guts. No glory for me. So end of the 3 battle rounds. Ross, what's your glory? So I've got 5 glory for the orcs. And for the warband we have 8 glory. So Khorne sees the day and the Nightvault today. Well, David, that was quite an interesting game on many regards. The first turn was looking disastrous for me, like really bad. Yeah, I thought it was going to be over quite quick. Yeah, but sort of then turned it around quite significantly there. Now, I believe, I mean, we're going through decks and everything. Only the ones that are in the starter sets come with pre-arranged decks. The other ones you have to build from them. So you had a pre-arranged deck, which came from being the Shadespire box. I did not, so I tried to build one, and I think I did a bad job of it.
We're still learning.
Still learning.
This is only our third game technically on the channel.
Yeah, so I'll need to have a look at sort of strong deck building stuff. We have plenty of other teams coming soon. We won't say which ones just yet, but certainly if you've got any sort of recommendations, because we're now playing with the card building to try and build our own deck. So if you've got any recommendations, let me know, because I sort of fluffed it there, but I was certainly causing the damage.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I quite like the Blood Reavers as well, must admit. The unit seems to move at lightning scary speed.
That was terrifying.
And they hit just as hard.
Yeah.
So they don't hit as hard. Well, they don't hit as hard as the orcs do, maybe other factions as well, but they can hit hard, and they've got enough combination and abilities to make them hit. Still pretty much do 3 or 4 damage, which is really, really good. Other point I would say as well is apologies for playing Cowardice at the end, but if I went in and killed the orc, great, we've wiped the orcs, we've won, but see if I fluffed it,
Yeah, no, you didn't know I had a card that basically if at least 3 of them, at the end there was 4 guys, if 3 of them died, and if it was your 3 that died, or at least 3 and you were wiped, I would have got 3 glory. If you killed me I would have got 2. Would have been a big difference, but you decided, nah, let's get out of dodge, and that probably sealed the game for you.
Yeah, I've got, well, your orc only moves 4 3 space, I think it was only 3 spaces.
3 spaces,
and
yeah.
that guy I tooled up could move 6. Why not take advantage of it? I'm just going to run away.
Absolutely.
But we had a lot of fun with that. We've got more teams coming. Guys, hope you enjoyed this. Check us out on our links down below for our Patreon to support the channel, along with our Facebook updates, what we're doing. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We'll be bringing more Nightvault adventures to you guys, because we're absolutely loving this game at the moment.
Absolutely.
But thanks very much, and we'll see you in another Tabletop Assault Battle Report.